Good morning, my peeps. Good morning, and I love you. Happy Monday, December 23rd. And it is a washout. We've got a flood advisory and everything. It's not going to stop raining till very late tonight, so it makes everything a little more challenging. Glenn's got to go get that flour for me so that I don't have to waste my lunch hour fighting the crowds to get some flour. But anyway, here I am getting ready to log into work. Did get to sleep in today, so that's a bonus. And let's just see what the rest of the day holds, shall we? Remember that I love you, and I'll talk to you in just a little bit. Let the Christmas cooking commence, guys. Gonna go ahead and get my black beans started because they always taste better the next day. And Glenn and Allie are already up and dressed and out the door. They've gone to the store in this pouring, miserable, rainy day to go ahead and get the things that we need just to try to avoid the madness tomorrow. And I put some variations on this recipe, but I tend to do that. What I've done is I've gone ahead and gotten all the dry spices, garlic, salt, onion powder, sazon, cumin, oregano, and bay leaves, a teaspoon of each, and popped them here in this cup just to set to the side. Of course, the bay leaves isn't really a teaspoon. It calls for 1 or 2, so I just grabbed a few because they're kind of small. I'm going to dice up this green pepper and onion, put a little olive oil in here, set it to saute so I can get the onion and pepper going. And here I've got a pound of dried black beans. I've gone ahead and just, given them a good rinse and picked out any of the ugly ones. There weren't any stones in this batch, thankfully. So I'm going to go ahead and get this started, and then we will be ready. At least I'll have these, I can cook it for 35 minutes, natural release for 20, let it cool, and put it away in the fridge just to get heated up easy and quick tomorrow. All right, let's get started. All right, beans are done. They cooled off enough that I could put them in this Tupperware, so I'm just going to let them cool down just a little bit more before I seal this and put it in the fridge. Moving on to the next item, that's going to be flan. It's an egg custard, very popular in Latin America, but I grew up with the Cuban style, so I think the recipes are pretty similar. Just takes 5 eggs, can of evaporated milk, can of condensed milk, and a little vanilla, and then you're using a splash of lemon juice with a cup of sugar to make the caramel. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started, and then I think that'll be it, besides Allie's gingerbread, but we're waiting to see when we're going to get that started, since that's a big project. There's the beautiful flan pulled out of the oven. Just gonna let it cool and set before I need to, move it into the refrigerator. But it's gotta be completely cold before we do that. And moving on to the last thing I'm making the day before, and that is coquito. This is a traditional alcoholic drink. Takes 3 kinds of milks, condensed, evaporated, and coconut, along with a can of cream of coconut, 3/4 cup to a cup of light rum, a teaspoon of vanilla, and 3 tablespoons of cinnamon. You just blend it all up here in the blender and put it in a pitcher and let it sit overnight. And it is delicious. So let me just add it to the list of the things we're doing the day before. This will only take a second, so I'm not going to bother doing the breakdown. Too simple for that. So talk to you in a minute. Work is crazy. Gingerbread time. We have flour, folks. Plenty of it. 4.5 cups here. We've got the brown sugar and white sugar mixed here. And 2 sticks of butter that we're going to go ahead and cream in with the sugars before we add the molasses and the corn syrup. And I believe I still have the spices from yesterday that we'd already mixed in there. You know, the ground cloves and cinnamon and baking soda. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. I'll insert the recipe. And Allie's going to get to it. I've got a lot of work left to do, and I want to try to knock it out before this day is officially over. So I'll check in just a minute. Finally done. My only view today has been this laptop, that TV, and the kitchen. And Mr. Chewy, say hi. Say Merry Christmas, his tail thumping. And he's off to the kitchen because he knows now that I'm done working, it's time to get dinner started. Just going to make spaghetti tonight, but, well, let me just show you. So Allie decided to buy these, well, had us buy the Super Greens spaghetti. We've never tried it before. We've had the hidden veggie, and I like that just fine, but I don't know about this green noodle thing. I know Glenn is not enthused about it, but hoping to make up for it by using the classical Italian sausage. And I'm going to spare you guys. You've seen me do spaghetti a ton of times, and we've had enough cooking today, so I'll just show you what it looks like when we're done. Then I'll check in one more time before we wrap up the day officially. There it is in all of its splendor. More cheese. More cheese. See if that makes it edible. I haven't tasted it yet, but with enough cheese, anything is good. And of course, cheesy garlic bread. Whatever I can do, guys. I gotta survive. I know tomorrow night's meal is gonna look a heck of a lot better than this, that's for sure. But this is what it is. So with that, I'm going to wrap up the vlog. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Christmas Eve. If you're going out of town or you won't be on YouTube, I want to go ahead and wish you a Merry Christmas as of right now. Filled with joy, blessings, and all kind of great things. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.